Hello, welcome to Sannoh Football. Guys, I'm speechless. USA 1, Belgium 4. Guys, just think about that. I don't think there's any USA fan that were expecting this scoreline today. Okay? 4-1. 4-1. That was a scoreline that none of us expected. I was thinking that this was a game that we were going to dominate today. We were going to beat Belgium easily. I really thought that it was going to be easy. In my mind, after watching Belgium, their past few games, I don't think they're really that good. I mean, some of the best players that we all know, De Bruyne, even Doku did not even start. How we lost to them 4-1, it's unbelievable. So many mistakes today. So many mistakes. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to Belgium. They're moving forward to the quarterfinals now. They have some terrific midfielders. Tielemans, Raskins. Those guys dominated that midfield today. And we couldn't do anything today in that midfield. I think it was too easy for Belgium. You have experienced players for Belgium in that midfield. I really thought today that was one position that Mauricio Pochettino was going to try to address, because if you look at our Belgian team, most of their plays go through the midfield, right? They pass the ball 1, 2, 3 in the midfield, played wide to Trossard, but for some reason we couldn't figure that out. I mean, Mauricio Pochettino, I know we've been playing recently, really, really good. Think about it. I know we've been dominating games, even against Turkey. Although we lost against Turkey, we dominated that team. We dominated Turkey. They couldn't even do anything, although they won, but it was a good game. We gave them a game. We showed how good we were with the ball. High energy game. And I think that was one of the issues we had today. The high energy tempo game was just not there. I don't know what happened. I just want to say congratulations to Belgium, for their performance today. They were really good. De La Cattarelle was good. Tielemans was good. Trossard, very, very good today. But they didn't have nothing to worry about. The backline did not do anything. They didn't even, it was just easy for them. There was they didn't start De Bruyne. They didn't start Lukaku. They didn't start Doku. Think about Doku. Plays week in and week out for Man City, didn't play. But for some reason, we couldn't take advantage of that. We had the opportunity today to put this Belgium away, that first half. And I was talking about the game today with some of my friends that if we let Belgium take the lead, it will be difficult, okay? USA play really well. We play really well whenever we take a lead. We go in first half, we punch in 1 or 2 goals. Everything comes down, and then we play our game. But we sat back today. We sat back. We made it easy. The midfield was non-existent, right? It was just so easy for Belgium. Tielemans getting on the ball, turning, picking passes out, 20, 30-yard passes. What were you doing? I'm so frustrated watching them today. Watching the team play today. I don't know what the formation was. I don't know what Mauricio Pochettino had them doing today, but you cannot play Belgium like that. Most of the players, especially in the back, like Castagna must be what? 40 now, 35, 40, and we were not able to run at him today. The Creeper, this guy, I mean, I don't even know where he plays, but for some reason, we were not able to attack them. It was too easy. Too easy, that first goal. I just want to say, Mauricio Pochettino today, I don't know what happened. That was poor. Christian Pulisic, poor. Matt Freeze, the guy Freeze. What was going on with him? Okay? We got to a point where we gave 2 easy goals away. Okay? We gave 2 easy goals away. The first goal, terrible. Terrible defending. Terrible defending. I don't know where McRitches were. I don't know what they were doing back there. Tim Rim, where were you guys at? How easy that was. How easy that was for them to get the ball to the left side, pass the ball in, and just place the ball in the net. It was too easy. Poor defending there, that first goal that we gave away. And then before you know it, second goal. Trossard. 2 guys couldn't stop him. The guy has to cross the ball with his weak feet. Trossard is left-footed. We did really well forcing him to his right feet. He's right-footed. We did really well forcing him to his left. He had to cross the ball with his weak feet. Get the ball over, and we went again. McRitch's team win, not there. Where were you? I mean, it was just terrible. terrible. Christian Pulisic, awful today. Second half, not good enough, right? His game is play on the wing, okay? You were playing against Castagna. He's one of the slowest right back I've seen in the Premier League, okay? And we couldn't even beat him for pace. Christian Pulisic couldn't even beat him for pace. Every time Anthony Robertson get the ball or the ball goes out wide to the left, he was not Christian Pulisic couldn't stay wide enough. He had to stay wide enough to pull Castagna out wide. But every time the ball goes to the left, before even the ball gets to him, he's already drifting in. And when you drift in, there's Sweat element sitting. He's basically sitting there. Raskin's sitting there, and all Andre Onana came out. I mean, he was injured. He came out, but it was too easy for them. You have to stay wide. You have to stretch that back line to them. But we couldn't stretch that back line. Everything was in front of them. We couldn't go long over the top. Okay, we went a couple of times over the top to Balogun. Didn't come out right. But that was the game plan today. Okay, Belgium had a game plan, and I had a feeling we would struggle that. They came in and from the first play that Belgium had, guys, they go long. Okay, the first two plays they go long, and we were already struggling to deal with that, and that was it, right? We had to deal with those long balls. Okay, the game was won today because we couldn't put pressure on the ball enough. If you don't put pressure on the ball, you're gonna get picked out. You're gonna get picked apart. They had so much time. Okay, we have a good team. This is a good team. For some reason, we couldn't, match the energy today that we have had in the past 4 games. Okay, the energy has been fantastic. It's been great, but for some reason, Belgium just dominated the whole game. Okay, we're making mistakes at the back, giving the ball away, thinking like we have experienced players. This Belgium team, they are slow. Okay, some of these guys are very slow. Lukaku, De Bruyne, they have Doku is quicker. Trossard, slow, right? But they had so much time on the ball today. We don't know what was happening. I was so disappointed watching this, and Mauricio Pochettino sitting on the bench. His body language was awful. Yes, we were losing, 2-1. But the way he was just dejected, just sitting there, it doesn't send a good message. That's the point. That's the time where you basically change the formation. You go 3 at the back, but for the whole game, we were playing 4 at the back. We're losing 3-1. Why are we playing 4 at the back in the 67 minute, 70 minute, 80 minute, playing 4 at the back? No. We have to go forward. And for the life of me, I don't understand why is Timothy Weah not playing this kind of games. This is a game you put him in. Serginho Dest is not a winger. I know we like to using him on the wing and thinking because but he is not a winger. You have to play your wingers. You have Gio Reyna. These guys are attackers. Put them in. Timothy Weah doesn't get minutes. He's quick. Think about him against the Crepa today, how that would have went. But he didn't even get a minute. I mean, this was not good today. It's disappointing. I know, it's in a round of 16, but it could have been better. It could have been better if we were just gone. This was a game where Mauricio Pochettino, with all this experience in the league, with all this experience in the Premier League, he's seen some of these guys. He's managed teams against some of these guys. All he had today to do, in my opinion, is basically patient. Don't go press too hard and leave space behind, because I felt like that was what Belgium was going to do. They were going to use the Cantelera pace and speed, because they couldn't really do anything up, building up. They want to go long. They can't build up from the back because the players they have are not capable of doing that. Castagna, these guys they can't build up from the back. So they had no choice but to go long. I can tell that was their game plan today. And they showed that. 2 minutes into the game, they were going long. And we couldn't figure it out. We just thought, we need to press them. You press them, they're going to put the ball long, and then we start making mistakes. It was not good today. All the games we've been having, the pace, it's been great, but this was disappointing. Balogun, disappointed. Very disappointed. That ball that you had, taking the shot with your left foot, you had time to take it with your right foot, go for high post. It was too easy for Belgium, and it was not good. After all the controversies and all this, I don't even want to go into that. because that we can talk about that another day. But after all of that, I really thought today Belgium, we were gonna put them away and have a really good game in the last 8. But it was just disappointing. And it's not as if we are not capable enough. We are. I think the formation for me today, and the mentality was just wrong. You cannot approach every game the same way. You look at certain games, you look at certain teams as a coach, right? Mauricio Pochettino should know that, and I know he knows that. You can't go into every game the same way. I just didn't think Belgium is a team that you wanted to play the same way you play, Australia, or the same way you play Turkey. No, that's or the same way you play Paraguay, you Bosnia, right? They are different. They are just different. They have a lot of experience. They don't have too much pace. They're not gonna run constantly for the whole 90 minutes. But what they do, they know how to manage the game. And my biggest fear was today, if we go behind, it was going to be a difficult game. And that's exactly how it turned out. You cannot go behind on those games. You have to manage it. You have to play Belgium differently. You have to force them to play the way they don't want to play. And the way they want to play is by going long. Okay, they have big players up front. Okay, Tadore is very good. Okay, going behind. And they have good players. Yes, they might be slow. Right? De Bruyne didn't even play. Think about that. Doku didn't even start. And we just couldn't figure them out. I think that midfield is where everything was, we couldn't figure out what Telemans were doing. We couldn't figure if he was playing 10 or an 8 or a 6. We couldn't stay with him. We couldn't, it was just bad. It was so bad. So bad, even Pulisic got injured, ended up coming out of the game. Playing Serginho Dest up front when you have attackers sitting on the bench. These are the kind of games where game plans are different, okay? Because the last 8, the last 16, the last 32, the games are different. These are good teams, okay? You cannot underestimate no team at this stage. Otherwise, you're going to go home. And that's exactly what we did today. We underestimated Belgium. I didn't underestimate it, but I had a feeling that if we stayed with our game plan, if Pochettino had gone in and be like, okay, listen, guys, don't give goal away in the first 10, 15 minutes. We stay calm, we control the game, we force Belgium to make decisions and make mistakes, but we couldn't do that. How we got to this stage and we end up playing Belgium. If this was a team like Spain, I would have understand because they're different. This is Belgium. They are not that good. I've watched Belgium play for so many years. Okay, the team they have now, it's not the team they had 4 years ago when they were going to that World Cup in Qatar. No, this team it's not good enough. Castagna I don't even know where Castagna play. And Pulisic is not able to run past him today. The Balogun, I don't know what happened today. Yes, we had a good goal. Our goal we scored was really fantastic. The free kick was great. I don't care how the goal gets in, but as long as it got in there, Tillman scored. Really, that's a really good goal. But we considered the first goal, consider the second goal. McFreeze, awful. You come out, you did exactly what you're supposed to do. That was great decision by coming out, by playing sweeper over there. But you got to the ball. What were you doing? Get rid of the ball. You're a goalkeeper. You don't stand there and think about, oh, what am I supposed to do? Or waiting for the foul, or thinking that, oh, somebody's going to tackle me. No. Get the ball out. Get the ball out. Everybody's out of position. Tim Reen is not in position. Okay? He's running back. And you got to the ball, which was great. Get rid of the ball. You have been great, right? You have been great. Why you just stepped out and then just stood there? It's unbelievable. At this point, somebody has to take the leadership role. I don't know if Christian Pulisic is building up for that. Because these are the games where you show that you are the leader. You show levels, right? But you just had a poor game. I know you got injured. I know they end up taking you out, but it's disappointing. I'm so disappointed. I was really hoping for a good win today going into the next game, but this is not good. And I hope we learn from this. And I don't think Mauricio Pochettino, for me, he's a good coach. I don't know if he's going to want to stay until, CONCACAF and or Copa America. I don't think he's going to want to stay for those. I think there are a lot of opportunities in Europe, and I know he has already been offered a new deal to stay longer, but I don't have the feeling. I have a feeling that he might move on. Okay, and then the struggle becomes getting a new coach. I don't see Pochettino staying further. I really don't think so. I think he's a good coach. I mean, if he stays, for a couple of more years at least to the CONCACAF and give us, instead to the Copa America, which is coming up soon in the next couple of years or so, we may have a chance. With this squad, these guys are young. They still have a room to go. Most of them are still in their mid-20s. If we can stay together, keep them together, making sure we have plans. I just think every game have to have different plans. You cannot just play every game the same way. Teams are different. Every team is different, right? So if Pochettino stay, I think it's great because he has this team believing that they can do things. So we just needed to stay with our game today, but for some reason we changed our game plan. This intensity wasn't there today. It was very lacking. No speed, no dynamism. Everything was just slow. Belgium, it was too easy for them in the midfield. That's why you put an extra man in midfield today. You put two striker up, you put one striker up, you put that extra man in midfield. Timothy Weah needed this kind of game today, where he's going to be running down the byline. But no game for him, no game time, no minutes. Playing Serginho Test the whole game. I do not understand that, and I'm so frustrated. So yeah, Pochettino. I mean, this was basically his call, and I know. I personally think that he should stay. If I know he has the contract offered already to him, but I don't know if he will. But if he stays, I'll be happy because it looks like the team, the boys like him, and he's doing a good job. He has done a really good thing for this US team. The confidence is there. People love being part of this team now. Everybody's playing well, but today was just not good enough. You cannot go into these kind of games and underestimate your opponent and thinking it was going to be easy. And I think that's probably the mentality today. But either way, it was just not good enough. And hopefully we can learn from this. I think we can do better with this team. Especially the CONCACAF coming up. Maybe we can, win that and look up to Copa America. But we just have to stay together, and look at this and say, okay, it's a learning process. We look at these teams. Teams are different. Experience matters at this level. I personally think that experience matters. The way some of these guys play, they just think every game is the same. No, every game is not the same. Every game is not the same. At this level, you give a goal away, it's a problem. It's a problem because now you have to go put pressure. Now you have to go attack. Now you have to move out of position. And you play teams that are really technical and skillful and know what they're doing. They're going to pick you apart. So, I mean, it was a disappointing night, for us and for the entire United States. And because we all were hoping for a win today, but it didn't happen. So we're going to learn from this, and then hopefully we can move on and make sure that going forward, there's certain things that we got to get in place. We got to get good backup for Christian Pulisic. As soon as he left the game today, things just didn't go right. So, yeah, I just think, going forward, if Pochettino stay, he has to do certain things. He has to do certain things differently for sure. Yeah, guys, that's just my take. I'm so disappointed. I don't know. I came home today hoping that it was going to be a good night, seeing us in the last 8, but because it didn't happen. So, yeah, guys, again, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video as well and share. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.